Hi everyone, it's Ellie. Welcome back to Pep Talk Daily. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite spring nail polish colors. And I'm going to be using these small little spoons for swatching. And I like these because they're small, they're clear, so you can really see the formula of the polish. And they also have the same curvature of a nail, so you can really see how the polish lays on that kind of curve. So the first color I have here is by Zoya, and it's called Wednesday. So as you can see, this is a beautiful muted blue-green color. It's really gorgeous. I love this color in the springtime. I think it's really pretty and flattering on the nails. So I'm going to apply this to the swatch spoon here. This formula is great. It's just classic Zoya, nice and thick, but not in a gloopy way. It's thick in a good, creamy, easy to work with kind of way. Doesn't run, doesn't pool, is very even, and it's just an all-around great polish. So I'm going to be applying the first coat here, and I'll be back in a minute for the second. Okay, now I'm going in, spend a few minutes, I'm going in with the second coat of Wednesday here, and as you can see, it's really good. It's almost opaque on one, but two definitely smooths it out. This is a nice self-leveling polish, so you don't have to worry too much about it being streaky. It's just one of those colors that you can just throw on and not have to think about it too much, and you know it's going to look great. So here's the final swatch of Zoya Wednesday. Okay, the second swatch here is also by Zoya, and it's called Blue, B-L-U. I really love this color. It's a super light baby blue. I don't really have anything as light as this in my collection. It's fully opaque. It's very white-based blue. So let's see how this swatches. Okay, now I'm back for the second coat of blue. So as you can see, it dries super shiny. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to apply one more coat here. Sorry, it's a little bit out of frame, but I'll show you a swatch when it's all done. It's just a beautiful color, perfect for spring. Reminds me of like a spring day. Beautiful blue skies. Okay, this color is by Essie, and it's called Mojito Madness. And this is a really unique color. It's like a bright, punchy Kelly green, almost like a grass green. And it's just a beautiful color, and it's really unique. This came out a few years ago, but I wear it every spring. I absolutely love it. I also don't really like Essie's brushes as much as some other brands. They're a little bit more narrow, so as you can see, I have to dip a couple times here to get the first coat. The formula is a little bit thinner than the Zoya's, but it's easy to get a pretty opaque one coat here, so I'll come back in a minute for the second coat just to even it up. Okay, now here's the second coat of Mojito Madness. It dries super shiny, and I really love this color. It's just so bright, but something about it just is really springy to me. So the second coat goes on and really evens out that color. Definitely a two-coater, but it's so pretty. It's just such a beautiful color. Dries super shiny. It's just great. It's just spring perfection to me. And I do like greens a lot, but look how pretty. I mean, that's just gorgeous. So the next color here is also by Essie. It's called Bikini So Teeny, and it is just a flawless, beautiful baby blue, but more of a sky blue. It's not as light as the Zoya blue, but it does have a little bit of silver shimmer in here in the bottle, but unfortunately it does not transfer to the nail. I wish it did. That would be gorgeous, but regardless, it's still really pretty polished. It's a little bit on the thin side, but easy to work with. So here's the second coat of Bikini So Teeny. As you can see, it does dry a little bit dull. Maybe it's because of that hidden shimmer in there, I'm not sure, but just put a top coat on it and you'll be just fine. Second coat goes on absolutely beautifully, and it is such a pretty blue. I think everyone needs this in their collection. It's just really stunning. The next color is also by Zoya. It's called Neely, N-E-E-L-Y. It's a really pretty light green. It's not quite a mint green. It's a little bit sagier. I would say, but a little bit warmer. And it's just a really unique, beautiful light green. I love this color. Again, the same formula as with blue. It's nice and thick, creamy, easy to work with, and it's pretty opaque on one coat. So here's the second coat of Neely. It's just a beautiful color. I love this. I think it would be really good on a lot of skin tones. I find it really flattering on me. I'm a warmer colored skin tone, and this happens to be a little bit of a warmer colored green. And it's just beautiful. It just reminds me of like a pretty seafoam green, kind of like salt candy or saltwater taffy. And it's just beautiful. I love it. Highly recommend. So the next color here is by Zoya. It's called Sweet. I really love this color. It's a little bit cool toned, medium pink. It reminds me of Pepto-Bismol. Like, I really love this color. Anytime I wear this, I just always look at my hands and think, wow, that's a really pretty color. So here's the first coat. Nice formula again. Thick, easy to work with, and just perfect. Okay, now here's the second coat of Sweet. The first coat dried really shiny. It's a really pretty color. Kind of reminds me of like pink flowers, daisies, and it's just springtime to me. This is the perfect springtime pink. Nice, easy to apply, easy to work with, and you don't have to think about it when you wear it. It's just pretty, and I love it. Okay, the next color here is a notorious Essie color. It's called Fiji. This color is so pretty. It's the perfect super light pink, white based pink, and it looks so fresh and clean on your nails. It's a little bit of a bear to work with. It's a little bit on the thick side and also streaky, but I think it's definitely worth taking the time to do it right. So little bit runny as you can see. I just tried to create the most even first coat as I could, but it's a little streaky, but you can just see that color. Anything that is this light of, a shade of pink is going to be a little streaky. That's just the nature of the beast, but so pretty. Definitely worth it. So here's the second coat of Fiji, and you can kind of see here the first coat dried a little bit uneven. It's a little streaky, but the second coat does even it out. And since this spoon is like the perfect surface to apply polish on, you might find that on your nails you do need 3 coats. Sometimes I do, but that color is totally worth it. I love it. It's the perfect light pink, like cotton candy. So pretty. Okay, the next color here is also by Essie, and it's called Vandigo. It is a really light peachy pink coral kind of color, and I love this. It's so pretty. It's a little bit easier to work with than Fiji, but it's still really light and bright and like a brighter pastel. I really like it. Look how pretty it looks when it goes on. This formula is easier to work with, but again, it's a little bit on the thin side, but you can still work with it. It's pretty easy. Okay, here's the second coat of Vandigo, and it dries really shiny, but the second coat just makes all the difference, really evens it out, and that color just kind of comes to life. I love this color. I think this is beautiful, especially with the tan, but it's so light and bright at the same time. I think it would look good on any skin tone. Super pretty. The next color is by China Glaze and it's called Dance Baby. This one's a little bit brighter. It's probably one of the more punchy, more vibrant colors that I have here in my selection for you. It's similar to Zoya Sweet that I already showed, but it's just a hair darker and brighter. I love China Glaze polish. I think they're super easy to work with. This one is no exception. It's got a really good formula, and the first coat goes on really nice and opaque, not streaky, easy to work with. It's just great. So this color does dry a little bit darker than it shows in the bottle, so you can kind of see that here. But this is the second coat, and it goes on really well and just kind of ups that intensity factor a little bit, makes it a little bit darker, but really vibrant and beautiful. This is a perfect, slightly darker medium pink. Okay, this color is also by Essie. It is one of my favorites. I saw a swatch on this somewhere, probably Instagram, and I thought, wow, I need to have that. So I went and found it. It was hard to find, but so beautiful. I love this. It's a really kind of either cool pink or warm purple, kind of a pinky purple. But whenever I have this on my nails, I absolutely love it. It's kind of hard to tell here in the bottle, but I probably used up a third of it. So I wear this all the time. I love it year round, but especially in the spring. It's so pretty and really flattering on the skin. So here's the second coat of Splash of Grenadine. This formula is just great. It's one of the ones that Essie really did right. It's just so easy to work with. You don't have to fuss with it at all. It basically applies itself. And again, this color is just amazing. Super happy with this polish anytime I wear it. And I think that you should try it out too if you don't already have it in your collection. Okay, now we're getting into the purples. This one here is by OPI. It's called Do You Lilac It? It's a really pretty light purple, but it still remains, you know, a purple. It's not so light that it's like a white based purple. It's a really nice, it definitely reminds me of lilacs, which when I was growing up, I had a huge lilac bush in my yard, and I love the smell. This color is perfect. It just reminds me of that so much. And wow, what a beautiful purple. I mean, this is just flawless. It's a little bit of a cool toned medium purple, but so pretty, so perfect for spring. If you don't have this one, you need this one too. Okay, for the second coat of Do You Lilac It, sorry, it's a little bit off camera here, but I'll bring it back in a minute once I realized what I was doing. But it's such a pretty color, so shiny, and that second coat really just deepens up the color a little bit, but stays true to the color in the bottle. Such a beautiful pastel with a little bit of a punch, and it's the perfect purple for me. Okay, the next color here is by Covergirl, and it's called Lavendure, Endure. It's a really pretty color. It's a light purple. It's like if you took Do You Lilac It and just whited it out a little bit. As for the, product, I don't like the brush. I don't like the cap. It's kind of a bear to work with, but the color is just divine, so I'll struggle through it, I guess. I mean, look at that baby purple. It's just so beautiful. So here's the second coat of Lavender. Even though I don't really love the cap or the brush, the formula itself is pretty easy to work with, although it's super light. Okay, so now I'm going to just do a little bit of comparison. Some of these colors might look different, but here we have on the left of the screen that is Essie's Bikini So Teeny, and on the right is Zoya's Blue. So definitely different shades of blue here, a little bit darker on the left and lighter on the right. Both beautiful, but they're definitely not dupes. So here are the three greens from left to right. You have Zoya Neely, Essie Mojito Madness, and Essie Wednesday. I'm having a little bit of a hard time holding all three in my hand, but no dupes here. You can really see the blue color of Wednesday coming through compared to the other greens here, but they're all really beautiful, but definitely no dupes here. And here comes the three pinks. So again, a little bit hard to hold three in my hand, but from left to right, we have Splash of Grenadine, then Dance Baby, and then Sweet. So Dance Baby and Sweet are very close. They're not dupes, but I don't think you would need both unless you're a crazy, insane, polished person like I am, but I like them both. To me, I just feel like Dance Baby's a little brighter, a little darker, but they're pretty close. And here is Vandigo and Fiji. Vandigo is on the left. You can really tell it's more peachy compared to Fiji. And finally, the two purples. You can really tell they're basically the same shade, but one is a little bit lighter. So lavender on the left and do you lilac it on the right. And I'd also like to point out that splash of Grenadine does have quite a bit of purple in it. It looks pink compared to the pinks, but you can see the purple when it's next to the purples. So here are all the swatches all together. So I really love how they all look together. You can definitely tell it's springtime. It just makes me excited for the warmer weather and for spring coming up. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your favorite spring colors are if I didn't mention them here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you liked this video and leave a comment below if you have any comments or feedback. And thank you. I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.